What's going on, world? What's going on, Japan? So I checked this guy's video out over here at Sun Grand Studios. I always love anything sunny. And this is very professional. This is very well thought out. If he didn't just like go at him just like this, he does a really good job at showing just how unprofessional Ubisoft has been, just how blind and asleep they have been. I said in my recent videos, who's driving Ubisoft? Because they must be drunk because they keep on crashing them. As you see, their stock went right down over and over and over and over again. And it just keeps crashing. Well, yeah, stop drunk driving. But anyways, Japan's gonna love this, and a lot of other people that are with justice and with the truth, knowing that this is just wrong, are gonna love this. Everybody knows the state that Ubisoft is in. Everybody knows what DEI does to gaming, but the way that they're handling it. If you look at the definition, it's like, oh, okay, yeah, but that's not what's going on. Um, this guy, like, he really just rips into Ubisoft with integrity, he does the right thing by exposing how they've done Japan wrong, and how it's not a factual representation of Japan. If you guys haven't checked out my archive of Assassin's Creed Shadows, I went in on it. Like I'm telling you, I've done it at the highest degree academic that you could possibly do. Look at my page. I have tons of videos on it. I was siding with Japan big time. I've talked to a lot of Japanese individuals for months. I've spent so much time talking with them in the comments and on Twitter as well too. And we see eye to eye, heart to heart, and we know, what they did was wrong, and how Ubisoft is being just ridiculous villains doing this and just not caring either, and just continuing to do it. But all in all, y'all, like, subscribe if you like this type of content. I'm going to keep up with it. We'll be doing this for years. And it's not just controversy. It's not just articles, but it's high quality video game content. I've been gaming for a very long time, since 1994. I'm a hardcore gamer. There's going to be streaming. There's going to be all sorts of stuff. So, hit that sub button if you want some epic stuff, because it's going to be on this channel. And I'm glad to do this. But let's dive into what he has to say. And I really liked what he did. And yeah, let me know what y'all think. We're going to react to this a little bit, but he has some good things to say here.
Thank you for joining me. Today, I will address game developers and publishers all around the world. First, I would like to share advice that has served me well working in professional environments. A wise man learns from his mistakes, and an even wiser man learns from other people's mistakes. Today, I will explain the failures of Ubisoft, explain.
Now, let's think about what he just said, too. A wise man learns from his mistakes, and a wiser man learns from other people's mistakes. Ubisoft is not learning anything. They're being incredibly foolish. I'll tell you, like I tell anyone else, the problem with this world is not sheep, because that's a test of good and evil to see what you are. Like when you see a deer or you see somebody innocent, it tells you who's evil, who's good. The creator didn't make a mistake in that. The problem with this world is the fools. We need more wisdom. It's lacking big time. So, like he said, you're not learning from your mistakes. Your stock is into the ground. And look at that last trailer. Not only that, but there's other people that are still doing and following that protocol. Like Sony's an example with some of those games, and tons of other people that are following the DEI agenda. It's like, are you not seeing what's happening in front of you? You're not being wise. You're being foolish.
What other developers and publishers can learn to avoid becoming the same kind of failure. And lastly, my personal apology. This video will offer critical comment on the state of Ubisoft and its developers. Please wait until the end of the video so I can share my formal apology. It has been revealed recently that for game development, Ubisoft hired diversity activists as consultants with a focus on challenging moral standards.
Yes.
Ubisoft is offering mentorship programs while excluding individuals based on their gender. I ask you, what is fun about challenging moral standards? How does that translate into a good gaming experience? Star Wars Outlaws from Ubisoft has launched as an abject, catastrophic failure. Even the most basic mechanical aspects of the product are incompetently implemented.
Very true. Guys, let's go look on twitch.tv right now. Watch this. That's my Twitch, by the way, if y'all want to follow me. I'm at 2K. I used to stream back then, and I took off years, and I lost a lot, but, I'm back. Okay, yeah, whatever. I don't even know what that is, but I'm kind of trying to get to other things. Come on, man. Y'all are wasting my time here. Yeah, Twitch is annoying. What that crap. All right, let's look for, Star Wars Outlaws. Remember, this is supposed to be one of the biggest IPs in the entire world, right? But yet, somehow, yeah, it's off the list. All right, yeah, let's go to it. Oh my God. No, I don't want to see that. All right, it's at 1.3K views. That is absolutely terrible. It's supposed to be the biggest IP in the world. It's supposed to shake the entire world. Yeah, they failed, obviously. But everything you see with DEI has failed. It's just terrible.
One might wonder how a company with millions of dollars of funding can produce something lacking in even the most basic level of competence.
Yes.
We are no longer living in an era where multi-million dollar companies hold all the power. The everyday gamer now has the power to rise up against tyrants and incompetence. Ubisoft's Assassin's Creed Shadows will fail on launch. The entirety of the gaming industry has indicated that there is absolutely no confidence in Ubisoft to produce a competent product. So let's see what we can learn from Ubisoft's failures. Instead of hiring game developers, artists, and writers who have natural talent and skill that has been refined and cultivated from years of hard work, companies are funding and hiring based on skin color and sexual identity and politics. These are the people who made Star Wars Outlaws. These are the people who made Assassin's Creed Shadows.
And the reason why this is important because this has nothing to do with good game development. It's like that saying, don't fix it if it ain't broke, right? Everything was going well. Now all of a sudden this crap comes in. It has nothing to do with video games whatsoever. It creates a problem where there isn't problems. And then we can't get to the problems of video game development. It's a distraction. And you got people in there that are unqualified because you're trying to push a political identity agenda. Then you're distracting and it's just wasting time. You're wasting money. You're wasting resources. You're killing a great historical like buildup with a great hardcore, casual, mid-core base that's been with you for a long time. They just destroy all of it for the sake of this garbage. And it's just not good whatsoever on any means necessary. It literally has no place in gaming. Like, what is the purpose of it? It has no purpose except to destroy and make everything worse. I have to say it, and I think a lot of people can identify this as well. Definitely people with a lot of intelligence and people with just intelligence in general. I mean, come on, guys. This stuff is, to me, classified as a mental disorder. I'm serious. It is. Because that's what it breeds, too. It's nothing but chaos and disorder. These people have mental illnesses. Light, medium, heavy, whatever you want to classify it as, it has to be in some type of classification, but it is literally that. I'm just going to say it. And so much confusion. This non-binary nonsense. We know what the truth is. Stop playing around.
Companies do not make video games.
No.
Money does not make video games.
Good people.
People make video games. Awful people make awful video games.
Yes.
And awful video games will not earn your company meaningful revenue.
Mm-hmm.
Ubisoft has totally missed the mark by claiming they are delivering an accurate representation of Japanese history and culture. They spit in the face of Japan as a country and as people. Ubisoft is using Japan as fodder for diversity checklists to pander to an audience they have imagined because they have a narrow perspective of the world and are blinded by their own self-importance and ego.
Mm-hmm.
These people are not capable of accepting that they can be wrong about anything. They will be unable to improve as artists and developers. So, lesson 1. Hire based on talent and skill. Hire well-adjusted adults who have some perspective of the world. If someone mentions their pronouns or sexual identity as one of their defining traits,
Goodbye.
then this person very likely has no other defining traits and has very little of value to offer in a creative or professional environment.
100% correct. These people that just want to push their culture down your throat. These people that just want to appear somewhere. These people that want to make up a bunch of stuff when they're just crappy people so they can put their face in your light and your love and in your quality. And they're unqualified to do so. These are the type of people that he's talking about. You're not qualified. I want the best qualified individuals to be hired. I don't care about anything else. Anything else is irrelevant. And it gets so bad that it'll start invading stuff like airlines and all this other stuff where it's like, I don't want to get on the plane if this guy doesn't love flying. Either you're qualified or not. If you're going to be handling one of the most expensive and amazing IPs of all time that used to shake the entire world when it comes out, you better be highly qualified to be in that position. This is a very serious position here. You see what I mean? I don't give a damn about your identity. I don't care about your crying. I want the best people because I want the best product. That's how love works. That's how the best of anything works. I want the highest performance. I want the highest quality. And whatever that is, you're getting that position. I don't care about anything else. Shut up and get out of here with that crap. If you're not qualified, don't come in front of me. Because when I do something, I'm very serious like that too. I want to do it to the highest degree. I'm not here to be half-ass. I want the highest quality. And the people that can't do that, don't come on my path. Stay away from me. Gaming should be represented in the highest quality. It's very important, definitely, in this crappy world full of all this trash all over the place. And I just like that the gaming community has a sense of intelligence and is denying this and letting this crap die and not supporting it because it's exactly what we need. We don't need any more of this crap. It just does not help. So that's my take on that.
Lesson 2. Using diversity consultants will not make a product better.
No.
The gaming audience will identify the red flags of superficial diversity consultants, and they will understand when a product is not created in good faith.
Yes.
Using diversity consultants will cause a product to fail, as we are seeing time and time again across a range of entertainment mediums. Lesson 3. Do not let your development team members perform PR duties and damage control. These people will cause more harm than good.
That's right.
Rely on experienced, trained PR managers to perform these duties. We have largely failed this generation of game developers.
Yes.
It will take hard work, and we will have to work together. But we can make the next generation of developers into the strongest and most creatively capable we have ever seen.
Mm-hmm.
We can foster the next generation of developers by sharing our knowledge and experience, by explaining the values of design philosophy that matter, and by explaining the failures of this generation.
Mm-hmm.
Lastly, my apology. To the people of the development teams of games like Assassin's Creed Shadows and other similar games that have launched recently, to the diversity consultants who advise major companies on how to write their stories and focus on identity politics,
I like this guy because he realizes the problem. Look, I've been telling people this too, guys. There are developers in there that are actually good developers, but they're being forced to do this like a boot on their face. It's an invasion. They don't want to do this. It's either you lose your job or you comply. And there's people that just love doing that. And that's very true. That's what's happening. Because a lot of these companies, they were great. There was no problem. What the hell happened? It's something that's going on behind the scenes. Because if you had the same quality, the same love, the same passion that was working in those positions, the manifestation will be exactly what it's always been. And you will see a continuity and a growth because you're sticking together and you're never breaking apart. Like you see at Nintendo. They're not going for that. We see it big time. There's a difference between a little small censorship and just destroying the development quality of everything. If the game is good, I'm not getting so stuck on that. I want good video games. You know what I mean? So what he's saying is very true because it is a problem. There's people in there that are very innocent. This is not a decision that was made by developers. This is a decision that's made by PR. This is a decision that's made by suits and ties. This is a decision that's made by Hollywood. These are decisions that are made by people on the stock market. These are decisions that are made by people in the far left Democratic Party. This is a political, religious cult invasion. It's the dark side and the bad religion. It's the bad parody. Everything's being turned upside down and backwards and coming in. So that's something that needs to be understood because if we want to understand how to attack something and get it out, we need to know what the hell it is. If we don't know what it is, then we don't know how to deal with it. So that's why I said that's exactly what it is. It's a cult. And it's political identity and invasion, along with greed behind it, that has supported that agenda because they hate Caucasian males. They hate Asian males from a sense of inferiority, complexity, and they are attacking them. That's where that's coming from. And like I said, it goes all the way back to the far left Democratic Party and in other territories in the world that are aligned with that type of agenda and mentality. Because even if you destroyed the far left Democratic Party, they would come up under another label, and they had labels before that. Just like you see this bridge label, that's another DEI woke agenda. Guys, they're going to shapeshift back underneath another label. That's what they do. So look out for that. Look out for different labels. I've made some videos about that, and I will continue to. But let's continue, because this is very important to understand so people can know what he's talking about. Because you can't be mad at developers. They're not the ones making these decisions. They're the ones being enforced. They're the ones being fired and laid off after they've used them, and they're replacing them with all this other crap. And they're using good developers to do the coding, and these other people hovering over them that are not qualified to enforce that into the game.
I worked closely with some of the leaders of the generation that came before me. It was the generation who came before me who was responsible for ensuring that all of you would be able to grow up into well-adjusted, intelligent, and well-informed adults with at least some perspective of the real world.
Yes.
It was our responsibility to ensure that you grew up into decent human beings. And I see now that we have failed you on every single level possible. And for that, I apologize.
It's not your fault.
I won't be able to help you, as it is too late. But I will work hard every day to ensure that the next generation of young people does not have to grow up into failures like you. Thank you.
That's a good point, bro. You're right. That was a really good video. And he's right about that. Like he said, the generations before me. Guys, let's think about this. Let's go to Twitter. I've done this before with people, and I want you to know what he's talking about, because it's a very serious situation. Let's go ahead and go to Ubisoft hiring, because look, this is the reason why they don't want those people in there. They want that failure in there so they can take advantage of it. Look at this right here. Currently attended or have graduated and or after 2023. Have less than 2 years of professional experience. So at this failed age right here that he said, there's a lot of degens and ignorant people. As much as I hate to say it, but it's just the truth. We have to face reality here. They want only those group of people, and you have to have less than 2 years of experience, and you have to identify as a woman or a non-binary individual, meaning that somebody who's been taken advantage of by a butcher from the underworld. Because these people are too young to know what the hell that type of decision means. Whose fault is it? I honestly am not going to blame these people when you're that goddamn young. And everybody knows this shit is wrong. The people performing surgery on them are the evil scumbags. They're too young to know better. They're still confused. They're still developing. They're still growing. And a lot of these people don't feel accepted and don't feel loved because you're not in that type of world. You're in a corrupt, evil world. So therefore, they don't feel that way. So therefore, they will go to that type of aspect. And they shouldn't be making these type of decisions. But they're not. These people are convincing them that that's okay. And we know it's wrong. Let's not play around here. So they want all that in these companies so they can take advantage of them. Think about this, man. After spring 2023 and less than 2 years of professional experience. Get the fuck out of here with that bullshit. I know exactly what you're trying to do. Guys, that's a goddamn boot camp. Like, it's wrong. It's literally like history repeating itself, sugar-coated inside of an office with all of this evil. Like, I can't get along with this. Like, you know what I mean? Like, just my insides, it just gets on my nerves. It gets to me. Like, I can't. Know what I mean? Like, this, like, just literally has no place in the gaming industry. And we need to do what we can to get rid of it. But like, subscribe, y'all, if you like this type of content. Let me know what y'all think. You can tell I'm very passionate about what I'm doing here. There's a little bit of anger in there too, but there's more passion than anything. I just don't like this crap, and it just doesn't help, and it's very corrupt. And like I said, we got to help out the younger generation because they need leadership. Sheeps need shepherds. You know what I mean? Fools need guidance. Like, if we don't help out, then the wolves just and all these evil entities, they just take over everything, and they can just do whatever they want. Like he said about some quote earlier, there's a saying. There's people that are worse than evil to sit there watching evil and do nothing about it. Because you're just letting it think it's okay. You want to sit in a temple there and smile and stuff? You know what I mean? No. Get up and do something about it. Use your voice. Definitely if you're an influencer. If you're an influencer supporting this stuff, to me, you're pathetic. And there's a lot of people that are like that. They kiss the ass of these corporations. They sit there with the type of influence and the type of following and crowds to do something right, but they choose to ignore it and just take selfish gains. You are our problem too. All right, y'all. Peace out.